Hello, it's Tamara, Tamara's Colorful Coven. I'm here to do, I'm going to try to do for October, all my completed pictures for October and November all together, but I'm going to have to splice them together here, here and there. We're in the midst of moving. We're hoping to be moved by December 31st, which if we had our way about it, we wouldn't be moving. But the place that we're in now, that we've been in for about 8 years, is finally sold because the guy who owned it before it sold passed away in May. So we've been looking for a place that we could afford. Right, the place that we're in now, the reason we had to move, not only did it sell, but they're upping the rent to a price that we just cannot afford, even if we wanted to, and stuff. Plus, they got to do a lot of work on this place to even get it up to where it's going to be worth that much to begin with, because as it stands, it's not worth that. Anyways, I am going to show what I've colored so far for the month of October, and then take it from there and see what we need to do. But we may, like I said, we're in the midst of moving. We're doing packing right now in between here. We're either going to be having to move over to where my brother-in-law's in his basement, which he's got a full basement set up like a house and everything, and then had to move again if we find another place that we can actually afford. I prefer to have a place of our own like we do now. I'm not big on the way I grew up. We had roommates that lived with us for 15 years and I hated it. I really don't want to go back to that if I don't have to. Anyways, but we may end up moving twice. I'm hoping not, but I would rather just move once, just where it's just the three of us. But I'm going to do what I can for, I've got all of October pictures finished, and that way I can pack those coloring books away, and then what I can leave out is for fall and Christmas and winter. That way I've only got so many books of those that I want to keep out. The rest I can go ahead and just pack away until it's time to get unpacked again. So, without further ado, I'm going to start showing what I finished in all of October. First book I'm going to show you is from Let's Color Chibi by Future Magazine, and it is this one right here. It's all gel pen except for the skin. The skin, I'm wanting to say that looks like that is Crayola colored Crayola art marker. You know, their colors around the world. That looks like what that is. And the rest of it is gel pens. I think that is so cute. And if you could tell by the hair, it does shine. It just... There's that one. Next one is Let's Color Kawaii by Future Magazine. And the picture I did in here is this one here, which I love how this turned out. Now, I'm going to admit a lot of these Halloween pictures I'm going to show you tonight are not the typical Halloween colors. I just was not in the mood for those colors this year. I've been kind of depressed due to the fact that we do have to move. Of course, nobody in their right mind likes to move to begin with. It's just so stressful and everything. And I've been trying to keep my mind at a happy pace. So I've been going with happy colors, even though it is gel pens. But I've just been trying to go with happier colors just to keep my mind, happy and stuff. So a lot of these pictures, you're probably going to think, well, those aren't Halloween colors. Well, I colored them how I wanted to color them, and I love how they came out. And keep in mind what I have colored. I will do the statistics towards the end of the video, but what I have colored is I normally do what I color is normally for events and scavenger hunts and word of the months for some groups that I help mod. This one was for a book, and this is from Coco Wild's Magic Diary. Matter of fact, I think that's the only picture I've colored in here, I think. My goal this next year, yeah, I will admit I'm going to be probably ordering more books, but my goal this next year is I really, really want to color a lot of, as you guys call, color your hoard. I really want to do that. But there's that, and it says magic book. But that's gel pens. Next book is Coco Wild Fancy Hats. Decor it your way. And this book had a event for a safari animal, and I did it of a monkey. It's all gel pens, which I thought turned out really cute. And the next one was, this was for tropical animals, color a picture with a tropical animal in it that it didn't have to be in the tropics or the tropical rainforest, but it had to be an animal that you would find in the tropical rainforest. And I know you can't, those are skulls there. This one here. This is the first picture I've colored out of this one because I got this one earlier, I think towards the end of summer. It's called Tattoo Coloring From Pinups and Roses to Sailors and Skulls. And it's by Chartwell Books. And I did this one. Had an event for, I think it was called Something That Slithers. And I did this. It's all gel pen, and it's, believe it or not, all except for, hold on, if I can see correctly. Oh, no, it all is. Okay. All of it is basically glitter gel pens, and what these gel pens that I used on this picture are what was almost out of ink. I've got a lot of gel pens. I always keep stocked up on my gel pens because I always buy refills and stuff. So when they start getting low on ink, I try to get those used up so I can start with new pens. But there's that one. And I love how that turned out. That's all sparkle. You could tell. It's all sparkle. I love how that turned out. Next book is Gothic Coloring. And this is by Chartwell Books, too. At least I think it's Chartwell Books. Hold on here. I'm pretty sure it's Chartwell Books. Yeah, Chartwell Books. And the picture I did was this one. Now this picture, believe it or not, made a couple group banners on Facebook. It's all gel pen except for this yellow here. That is a yellow highlighter, and then I went over it with neon yellow gel pens to really make it pop out. But I love how that turned out. And I brought, this is supposed to be a wrought iron fence. I used Jelly Roll, their new shadow metallic pens, to help make this gate stand out more, because without it, it is just black ink, and you wouldn't have been able to see it very well. But I wanted it to really stand out, and I'd had to say this is my all-time favorite picture that I colored so far for October. But I love how this turned out. This is just my favorite. But that's all gel pen except for this yellow neon here. That it's based, like I said, with yellow highlighter, Sakura highlighter pen. And then I went over with neon yellow gel pen. Next is by Bendon Books, Disney's Villains, and I did a it was a hold on here. Crap. Oh, okay. Sorry guys. I thought this stopped. I honestly thought this stopped recording. Anyways, I had to do a event for Arabian Nights, and I did this one of Jafar. I love how that came out. next one is another Bend Books. It's a tattoo book. Now, Bend Books has two tattoo type books. One is a red and black cover, and then this one, it's this one here. Then the second one is this one that's got the lion on it. This one I did for Day of the Dead event, which I absolutely love. How this is my second one. I love how the hair turned out. I absolutely love that. And wow, it's really popping though on the camera, because, and believe it or not, these pink roses are the same color. Just one happened, the middle one looks for some reason like it's totally different, but it's actually the same neon pink. But the hair really is popping on the camera. Next one is 50 ghostly cute, if I could talk, 50 ghostly cute miniatures to color by Camelia Anjakova. And I colored this one. Had an event for any creepy doll, and I did it of this. I don't know if those would be voodoo dolls or just pincushion dolls, but I love how it turned out. I think this is so cute, and it was already black background. So, but I love how this turned out. Now, I will admit that this one is Halloween colors, but I love how that turned out. I think that is so cute. Next one is Creepy Dolls by Coco Wyo. And I think this was for another one of a creepy doll, too, I think. This was for something. Now, I know she's supposed to look creepy, but like I said, a lot of my Halloween pictures this year, I just couldn't get into that dark coloring. I was just not in the right headspace for that, so I did the bright colors and everything, and I'm pretty happy with all my Halloween pictures that I did this year. And I really love how she turned out. I thought she turned out so cute. The next one is Coco Wyo's Weird Couple. For some reason, hold on here. Oh, come on. Okay, just check. So, and I did for this picture here. This I had an event for, it was either for a cemetery or tombstones, and I did this. And let me tell you, this wall was the biggest pain in my tushy I ever known. I kept thinking I was going to run out of my gray gel pens. Now, if anybody needs to know, I don't know if you guys know it or not, Jelly Rolls, Secure Jelly Rolls has a pack of different kinds of gray gel pens now, and I absolutely love them, but I need to replenish them because I use a lot of them, but I love how they came out. Everything is gel pens except their skin, which I'm thinking by the looks of that, yeah, that's my Color Yaya art marker pen. That's what that is. The sky was already black, but yeah, I need to replenish my gray gel pens. Okay, next picture is from Camelia Anjakova's 50 Spellbound Woodland Scenes to Color. And I did this one, had an event for Wizards. And this was the first picture I colored in here. Now, I did the background myself. I did that. I don't know why that bled. I have no clue, because I think this was the only picture I colored in here. This was, like I said, I love how this turned out. I really do. And his eyes, I love how his eyes turned out. I don't know why, I just do. I love how bright they look. Okay, Next one is Coco Wild's Creepy Cutie. And had to do an event for bats, which I think this is so cute. I love how this turned out. And this is actually 3 different pinks. No, wait. Yeah, 3 different pinks. There's that one, that there, and then, yeah, that's 3 different pinks. But I love how that came out. Next is 50 Halloween Miniatures by Camellia Anjakova, and I did a lot in this one. First one was this one. I can't remember the exact titles for the events or the scavenger hunts, but this, hold on, this phone, okay. But these are all for either events or scavenger hunts. Or word of the month. And then had one for an owl. I remember that one. That was for owl. And I love how I did this one. And I know you can't tell, but this part here, and this part, and this part, and this part here, and the pumpkin are actually glitter gel pens. And then the stars and under the hat are actually metallic, along with the belt and the buckle on the hat. But I love how this turned out. Next one. Oh, this one was for where it had to say Happy Halloween. On my nose is... Sorry, guys. Allergies. But I love how these little cuties turned out. Now, if you notice, they've got 2 caramel apples. I did one with the red apple, and the next was with the green apple. And then this one was, I had an event set up where, what in the heck? Hold on, guys. This phone is, I cannot wait to get a new phone. I don't know what's going on here. Just a sec, guys. Okay, here we go. This one was for an event that I put, the page had to say trick or treat. The next one was for bones or skeletons or skulls, and I did this, and I love how this came out. Thought this was so cute. And the bones are done with gray gel pens by Jelly Rolls. And in the eyes, I know you can't really tell. Well, maybe you can. It's Jelly Roll Glitter Red Gel Pen. Next one had to do for a, what do I want to say? Monsters. That's it. Little monsters. And I did the same thing in here where there are 2 caramel apples, one's red and one's green. And then the next one, the last one in here, had one for a haunted house. And I absolutely love my haunted house. I know it's not the typical Halloween colors, but I absolutely love how that came out. I think that is so bright and cheerful. Next one is Coco Wild's Witchcraft. This one here had an event for crow or raven, black crows or ravens. And now the crow itself was already black, but I did outlining, and that's actually a purple metallic gel pen is what that is. And I did the same thing I was trying to do something different with the skull. These purple, now the veins here that it's supposed to look like, that is actually like a grayish mauve, one of the new colors from Jelly Roll. I did that. And then the teeth, I did the Jelly Roll new lavender color. And then I did that is supposed to be purple metallic, and it looks silver, like silver metallic. But it is what it is. And that was from last month, okay. This, unless, I'll just show this just to be on the safe side. I'm pretty sure I showed this last month. I'm pretty sure. And then this one here for Owl, which I love how, now the background was already black. And in here, I used jelly rolls. But one is the burgundy and one is the brown. Next book is Spooky Girl and Her Little Town by Coco Wyo. Here, another one for Haunted House. It's all gel pens. And like I said, once again, these here, oh my word, these drove me nuts. But I got it done. I got it completely done. Next, 50 Halloween Fairy Houses by Camellia Anjakova. And the first picture I did is this one. I'm thinking, oh, that's, okay, I know what it was. I had to do a picture with the cauldron in it. And it was this one here. And then the next one is this one. Had to do, okay, now this one was for two events. One event had to do one for for potions, which I did this. And then it also had a scavenger hunt where I had to have an eyeball in it. And I figured, hey, I could kill two birds with one stone. And so I did this one. And I know you can't tell it, but in the eyeball, that is sparkly glitter gel pens in it. But I love how this came out. I think it's so pretty. Next is Scary, Bloody, Gory Tattoo by Coco Wyo. Now, there's only a few books out of this. I know Chelsea, I think it's Chelsea Murray from the UK. She's got this book. And I got this book. Coco Wyo was kind enough to send this to me to review. They know I love my tattoo books. Then Amazon got squirrely and decided they were going to pull all their stuff. And luckily, I'm thankful that Coco Wyo is back. But as far as I know, there's only 2 people that have got this book. And I'm one of them. But first picture I did was this one. Had to do a picture of a werewolf. Now, believe it or not, I had a lot of people tell me off about this picture. That they knew it was for Halloween, but I had one guy tell me, how do you know that werewolves would tear off somebody's head? Well, 1, I don't. I've never met a werewolf. I hope to hell I never do. And 2, how do you know they don't? And 3, this was just a picture drawn by Coco Wyo that I happen to have colored in. So, you know, use your imagination. And then the next one, I did this one because I had to do for also a scary tattoo. And I did this one, but also I was able to use it too for the eyes, for the eyeballs. Next is for, hold on, let me check something out here. Okay. Next is Whimsy's Wondrous World by Collodin. Now, I realize that this book is AI. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. I thought the pictures were cute. I've only colored so many pictures, just a few pictures in here, because once I got it and I looked closely at it, I thought, yeah, some of the pictures are cute, but it's just, I wasn't too happy with it once I did get it. But anyways, it is what it is. But the picture I colored, I had to do an event for a mythical creature type that you would not really see in real life, that you know doesn't exist. And so I chose this picture. I love how it turned out because I love my colors. The only thing I don't like is Behind these flowers, I made them into leaves. I don't know what they really were supposed to be. You couldn't quite make out what they really were supposed to be, so I just kind of winged it. Next picture is from, hold on guys, from Coco Wild's Cute Witch Stuff. And I had another one for Cauldron. And I did this one. Love how that turned out. Then I had to do for a pumpkin. And the next one is okay, now this one, I normally don't color these at all. I'm not big on coloring for the pentagrams, but I had to do for a ritualistic type, had to do with a religion type thing for Halloween, and the only thing I could think of was this. Next is Tattoo Bible Coloring Book for Adults by, hold on, I always put the name of the artist in here. Her name is Lisa Morrow. And the picture I did had an event for coffins, and I chose this one. I thought this was really neat. I love how that turned out. And these roses are turning out, they look like they're the neon orange, but I swear to God they're not. They're just a regular orange gel pen. Okay, here. Okay. Next, oh, hold on, guys. Okay, got it. Next is from Coco Wild's Modern Witches. And I did this one for potion bottles. I really love how this turned out. I think this turned out really pretty. Like I said, a good portion of my Halloween pictures this year that I colored, I just didn't have what it took to do them in the dark colors. I just couldn't focus with dark colors right now. My mind, I had a mindset that just wasn't in it. Next book is Coco Wild's Spooky Girl. And I did this one, had to do a picture that had jack-o'-lanterns in it, carved jack-o'-lanterns, and I did this one. And I did the background. I did color the background all in black. That's what I did myself. And I really love how she turned out. She looks really cute. The only thing I didn't do in gel pen was her skin, and I wanted to say that's Tombow. When I first got this book, I went through this whole book, and I did all her skin already. Now, I'm trying to keep her hair the same, which is basically the Sakura Jelly Rolls burgundy color that I'm trying to do throughout I want to keep her hair the same color. I'm trying to keep some consistency in the book. Next book is, okay, this is a series of 3 or 4 books. I've got 3 of them, but I think the 4th one I can't get anymore because it's out of print. But anyways, this is a tattoo collection, 100 coloring pages, 4 books in one, and this is volume 1 by Benmore Books. And I did this one. I colored this just because I thought this turned out pretty cool. And even though the vine looks teal, it's actually green. I swear to God, it's green. You just can't tell it. But I love how that turned out. I think that is so cool. Now, I thought I did another one in here. Hold on, guys. I could have swore I did another one in here. I could have swore I did. Maybe I didn't, but I could have swore I did. Okay, maybe I didn't. I could have swore I did, but maybe I didn't. Okay. Next book is 50 Autumn Miniatures by Camelia Anjakova. This picture right here, and I really love how this turned out. All gel pens, and the petals, believe it or not, the petals, each flower is a different orange gel pen that sparkles. And I'm shocked that they lasted because all three were almost out of ink, but I kind of pushed it to the limit. But I love how this turned out. The next picture is this one, had one to do of scarecrows, cute scarecrows. And if you notice, my apples are the red and the greens. And then, of course, we've got the pears. And then my next picture is Hello Autumn. And this picture here, I'm not too happy with how this turned out. But believe it or not, this here, okay, this is by Art Co. Glitter Brush Pen, which puts me in mind of Wink Estella. This is supposed to be red, a bright red. Well, it doesn't look red. It came out more brown. But it is what it is. And then the last book for now is my Circulism Art books, Color by Numbers, The Forest by Eclipse, A.J. Quinnell. And I did, like I said, I'm doing this book in order because they don't show what they are at the end. I'm thinking this is supposed to be a cheetah. Is what I'm thinking this is supposed to be. Next one. Okay, now this, I could not tell if that is a sloth or a monkey. And the last one, this one here, the owl, which I'm going to be honest with you, when I started this picture, I had the biggest feeling this was going to be an owl just because this group right here, and I was looking at the colors, what they're supposed to be, and I thought, yeah, that's an owl. That's supposed to represent feathers. That's going down the tummy, and so yeah, I figured out what it was. But see, when you do these, you have no clue what they're supposed to be. You just go by with the color that's on the back, and they don't have a clue. They don't tell you what they are. So this is why I do them in order. They don't tell you what they are, and I figured they're just as much as a surprise, so why skip around? I'll just do them all in order. But this is a project book for myself. But that is it for right now, and I will talk to you guys later. Bye-bye. Okay, hello, I'm back. Having to do this last little part of this video over again because since I got Windows 11 will not let me go back to either factory reset or back to Windows 10. So when I tried to do this last little part of this video, it separated it into multiple parts instead of just one. And it only got a couple of my pictures that I colored. So I had to go back and retag my pictures that I've done so I could show you guys again and everything. And it just totally messed it up. So let's try this again. However, I do want to let you guys know we did get moved. We're in the downstairs basement of my brother-in-law's. It is drab and dismal down here because the lighting is horrible. We don't have any windows to look out of and stuff. So I've got all these lights on trying to get what I can to where everybody can see well. But I'm going to show you, before I go any further, I'm going to show you the rest of what I got for Christmas. And first thing I got is this. I know people are going to say, but you haven't been coloring in pencils for a long time. I know I haven't. I plan on getting started again, but I have been wanting these. I did get started on some of my swatches. I need to finish it and stuff. I do also want to get Castle Arts metallic colored pencils. Next thing I got, my brother-in-law works at Five and Below here locally, and they get discounts too at any of the Five and Belows. That's here in the state, that is. I don't know about any other states, but I know here. He got this for me. I now have both of Anya Yarn. I don't know how to pronounce the last name, so I apologize if she's watching. But I love her books. Her drawings are just phenomenal. The next book I got, and I'm shocked I even found this because I've only seen this book at half the size, but it is illustrated by by Chris Price, and but it also says back here Chris and Delicia. But both of these books have got flip throughs over them already on YouTube. Okay, now to get back to what I finished coloring for the last of November and December. This is from Dimensions, Francis Gautier, a 3D inspired coloring book. This is the only page I've done in here, and I think it's because I just use gel pens, and I love gel pens, but I don't like this paper. It's just way too smooth. I know a lot of people are saying to use permanent markers or so on it, but me and markers, I've got to get used to markers again. I got to get used to colored pencils again. The paper is it's just way too smooth for anything. But I've got to try it again. One of the reasons why I like it so much, I love this pinball machine. It's pretty cool looking, I think. Okay. Next book I did, Quai Cuties by Page Publications. And I made an event beginning of December for hot drinks since the cold months are coming on, and I love how that turned out. Next book is from Creative Haven's Animal Woodcut Designs, the deluxe edition. All these here are, I just only have these pages left to finish and this book will be done. The rest of his books I've got, except for his monster one. I wasn't big on the monster one. I do have videos of those completed books somewhere down in my, in my list of videos and stuff. So you'll have to just look for it and stuff. So, but anyways, the page I did was this one. This is a project book that I plan on trying to finish. It's all been done in, markers. That's it. Now this one here, I had an event set up for bare branches, and I thought this page fit perfectly, and it just so happened to be a page that I needed to color in here. This next book I got beginning of last summer. Now this is a project book of mine. I do plan on finishing it, but I'm taking my time doing it. It's by Circulism Art Books, Color by Numbers, The Forest by Eclipse, A.J. Quinnell. And this one here, it's a rhinoceros. And the next one is a bird. Now I'm doing this in order because these books do not show what they are or anything. You just go by the number of the color that it says on the back here. So that's why I'm doing them in order, since you have no clue what it is. But I plan on finishing that book this year. Next page I did was this one, and this was for apples. So I did a mixture of red and green apples. Next two I done are In the Language of Flowers by Coco Weil. Did that one, the title page, and then the next one I did is the This Belongs To page. Now, no one has seen this one yet because I have yet to post this one, but I plan on it here soon, so you guys are getting first dibs seeing it, this one. Next is 50 Winter Miniatures by Camelia Anjakova, which is the Hello Winter. And the next one is Merry Christmas. Next, 50 Arctic themed miniatures by Camelia Anjakova. And I did Happy New Year's. Did this one. Next one, I had an event for elves, and it's 50 Christmas Elves by Camelia Anjakova. Cute little elves right there. The only thing that sparkles on them are their eyes. Oh, excuse me, their eyes and the purple of her collar and her stockings. Next, 50 monster themed miniatures by Camelia Angelkova. And I had an event for raindrops. And the raindrops and the puddle down here shimmer. Next, 50 space themed miniatures by Camelia Angelkova. And I had an event called Rub a Dub Dub in the Tub. And I did that one. I thought that was so cute. Actually, I had this for two events. One was for Rub a Dub Dub in the Tub, and the other one was for stars. Two different groups. So I was like, hey, I can kill two birds with one stone. Next, 50 prehistoric miniatures by Camelia Angelkova. I cannot remember what this one was for. Honestly, I have no clue. And the next one was for volcanoes, which was this was the only one I had with volcanoes in the book. Next, vintage tattoo coloring book by CIH Stars, and I had one for nautical, which I did this one, and I had one for moon and stars, and I did this one. And the last book. That's Color Chibi. And I did this one. And I love how that came out. This, I have to say, this is my absolute favorite book. So, and the statistics for this next year, I hope to do for next month for the last 2 months here. Right now I'm still trying to tally everything up. It's been so hectic here lately that trying to keep everything in order around here. We've got very little room and stuff. So I will let you go so we can get this done with. I will talk to you guys later. I hope you guys had a good New Year's.